guys, it's the first day of the reading rush. It's Monday at like 8:25-ish, and I am ready for work. Just making some coffee because how do you start a vlog without coffee? Let's be real.
I genuinely had no idea. This is something you didn't know, but every single movie that's ever been made is actually based on a book. Yeah, every single, yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? It's about 4 o'clock, first day of the reading rush. And, oh, hello. You want to say hello to the people? Oh, that's Frankie. Say hi, Frankie. Hi. She's wanted a lot of attention today, which is not a bad thing by any means, but normally when I'm working, she's very much like excited that she gets to take over the couch and is napping, but she's been whining a lot today, which is not like her, but you know, if that means more snuggles for me, then I'll take them. So anyway, it's 4 o'clock. I still have an hour and a half left of work. I'm currently waiting on a call, so I figured I'd give you guys an update. I am reading the guest list. I started the audiobook on my lunch break. I had to run some errands, and so I figured I would listen to that as I was getting started, and I'm on page 68 right now. So not too far in. This book's almost 400 pages, so like it's just enough for us to meet the bridal party, really. So we've met the bride and groom, the bride's sister and her mom, I think the best man, and ow, Frankie, stop biting me. And then the bride's like, I guess her best man, kinda. There's this husband and wife that come, and the husband was really good friends with the wife, I guess when they were in like college or something. We're still kind of learning about like their relationship with each other. And the wife doesn't seem super keen on her. Which honestly, I can't really blame her, but there's clearly a lot of history for these people. And you know what? I can't even really remember these people's names at this point. Let me see if I can find them. So, let's see. The soon-to-be wife's name is Jules. And she kind of seems cold at first glance, but we learn that her mom, like, had her really young and she had wanted to be an actress. And instead of, like, doing the quote-unquote responsible thing, she instead kept trying to pursue acting. And so Jules had a really kind of rough childhood, and when her mom would do like plays or acting things, she would find that you know, it'd be midnight and she's at a rap party sleeping on a couch instead of, you know, being tucked into bed like a 6-year-old should be, and she feels kind of resentful towards her mom of that, and I'm sure that's going to come up more as the story goes on. And then her husband, Will, or about to be her husband because they haven't gotten married yet, seems kind of bro-y. We haven't really gotten a lot from him, but he just seems, and honestly, he seems kind of controlling. They haven't been together very long. I think they said they had been together for like, I would say a maximum of 6 months. That's a detail I kind of glossed over, but it was like a short time, and her perspective was like, well, when you're older and you know when you know, and I have met people who are like that, but the way Lucy Foley is portraying Will, I don't know, it gives me some maybe not full-on red flags, but there's some orange ones. We're on orange alert. Not quite red alert yet, but who knows? I might be updating you with some red alerts from there. And then her little sister is, she's different. She's like 19. Something has happened to her, but we don't know what. Her name is Hannah. We know her boyfriend broke up with her, but it seems like more than that. Like, she says that other things happened after, and that's why she left college. But we don't know why yet. She actually just confessed that to, shoot, I forgot their names again. Like I said, I can't remember anybody's name. Charlie? Yeah, Charlie's the one who was friends with Jules in college. and I forget his wife's name, but Charlie's the one. Charlie's wife. I dropped my bookmark. Charlie's wife is talking to Hannah like after they arrive on the island and just kind of getting to know her while Jules and Charlie catch up, and Hannah kind of alludes to the fact that like a bunch of stuff happened while she was away at school in Exeter, and she had to leave. We don't really know why. I assume it's very traumatic. Also, there's trigger warnings for self-harm for sure in this book. That's one that I hadn't really heard, but again, as I said in my TBR, I tried to kind of stay away from a lot of the reviews of that, so it's kind of my own fault, but just for you to know, there are trigger warnings for self-harm. I don't know, it's only been mentioned once so far, in like the act on page, like with feelings like about how it made that person feel. So I would say if you're recovering from self-harm or actively, you know, experiencing it and trying to recover, like, I don't know that I would fully say skip this book. I'll make sure I come back to that once like I've fully read through it. But I would just say like within the first 68 pages it happens, and I think it's only a couple sentences. I was listening on audio and I was listening at 2.5 times speed, and so I don't know like really how long it is like on the page, but I think it was probably only a couple of sentences, but still it's present, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very visual description. So like I said, if that's a thing for you, like you definitely want to keep that in mind if you're planning to pick this up. Like I would say it's not as bad as A Little Life. Is anything as bad as A Little Life? Not many things, but still. So yeah, I don't know, that's where I'm at right now. I have to go take this call and see if I can figure out what's going on with this one, because she's losing her mind in my lap right now. But yeah, I'll update you guys later once I'm off work and can actually, you know, get back to reading. So, see you later.
I noticed that he and Jules are holding hands, as though they can't bear not to be touching. They look so good together, impossibly tall and elegant. She in a tailored cream jumpsuit, and he in dark trousers and a white shirt that makes his tan appear several shades darker. I've been feeling good about myself, but now my own outfit feels inadequate by comparison.
Hey guys, it is almost 10 p.m. I am so tired. I got to, I think, page 120. I should just check Goodreads. I don't know why I feel like it's acceptable for me to just sit here and guess as if I know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't. I mean, just a PSA to anyone watching this. If you've ever wanted to start a booktube channel or really anything, just do it. You don't have to know what you're talking about 100% of the time. Most of us have no fucking idea what we're talking about. We're just rambling on about things we like. And, you know, if it makes you happy, just do it. So I am on page, well, maybe I didn't update it. I think 120, it's fine. We've gotten to the point where just about everybody who's a, I guess, important guest, I'm sorry if you can hear Frankie chewing on her bone, who's an important guest to the bride and groom have made it to the Folly, which is what they call the island that they're on for the wedding. Tensions are starting to rise between, let's see if I can get these names right, Hannah and Charlie. They're the couple that came early in the day over a ferry, and Charlie and Jules, who's the bride, kind of go way back. It's questionable about whether or not they dated. His wife's uncomfortable with it. The guy friends of Jules's soon-to-be husband are like egging him on, getting him to drink a lot, which his wife doesn't love, apparently. Some side of him that she doesn't like comes out when he drinks. So it's interesting. We'll see what we get from there. I don't get that he's like angry or violent from there, but I don't know. If she doesn't like it and she's scared of it, can't be something good. So that's where we're at. I'm surprised at how quickly I'm getting through this. I mean, today's the first day of the reading rush and I'm already past 100-page mark. And that's what's working a full day today. So I am proud of that. I think if I keep this pace up, I will be able to finish all 3 books that I want to. So with that being said, I am going to get ready for bed and I will see you all tomorrow.
Letting off a spray of sparks. Hey, anyone see anything? See what, though? This is the question that occupies their thoughts. Each of them is remembering the waitress's words. A body. Every lump or divot in the ground is a potential source of horror. The torches that they hold in front of them don't help as much as they might. They only make the rest of the night seem blacker still. It's like being back at school, Duncan shouts to the others. Creeping around in the dark.
Hey guys, this is the first and probably only time I'm going to see you today, which is Tuesday, second day of the reading rush. Fortunately, my computer is here to provide some light. That's what the reflection is of my glasses. I am 90% of the way through the guest list. I've already had one, what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say spoiler, but that's the wrong word. Twist that I didn't see coming. Although, I probably would have seen it coming had I paid closer attention. But I don't want to spoil anything. Just the person it was about, like I had focused on other aspects of their potential trauma rather than, you know, trying to find a twist. So, I don't know. But I'm enjoying it. It, I think, is going to be a dramatic end. There's only, I think, 100 pages left maximum. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. And hopefully I'll finish that tonight. And then get to start the switch tomorrow on day 3. Until then, happy reading. So, I just finished The Guest List by Lucy Foley. And I'm having one of those moments where I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? I don't want to give any spoilers because this is a relatively new release. And I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I might do it in my July recap in, like, you know, big bold letters because I have lots of thoughts. But I wasn't as far off from Agatha Christie as I thought. So, that was a nice little prediction. I will say, as I promised, the references to cutting continue. They're, from what I remember, only on page that one time. But again, if it's a sensitive topic, something you don't want to read about, keep that in mind with this book. There's also discussion of suicide, and one that happens. It's talked about as a memory, though. It's not like the first cutting scene where it was like on the page in description. So it's more of like, hey, this thing happened. Still serious. But for those of you who can handle it with nuance, like, I just want you guys to know. I think I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. I marked that on Goodreads when I finished it, but that might change between now and the end of the week. But it has been a really long time since, well, I say that. If I think about it, it may not have been, but it feels like a long time since I've read a thriller that has an ending that, like, while I was reading it seemed convenient, but because it seems to pay homage to one of the most well-known mystery writers out there, it doesn't feel as unsatisfying, I guess. And I think that's usually why people are hard on authors who seem to find the convenient way out. And I don't know that she necessarily did that in the truer sense of the phrase, but if you've read it, like, you'll know what I'm talking about. It definitely gives that vibe of being a convenient way out. But because the story is so well told, it's so atmospheric, the island was its own character, and because of the way she built everything else up, and why so much of it didn't seem intertwined until the last 100 to 125 pages, at least to me, I think it's well deserving of this 4 stars so far. So if you've read this and you have thoughts, non-spoilerly ones, please leave those in the comments. If you want to, you know, talk spoiler-wise, feel free to DM me. My links are in the description below because I have plenty to say about this book. So with that, we're going to end day 2 of the reading rush. I'm going to head to bed, and tomorrow we'll start The Switch by Beth O'Leary. Alright guys, have a good night. Hello. Oh, there's Dwight. What up, Dwight and Michael? So I just want to come and check in with you guys. It is day 3 of the reading rush, and I'm almost done with my second book, The Switch by Beth O'Leary. I think this is gonna be a 4-star for me. I'm really enjoying it, like 90% of the way through it. I got the audiobook from NetGalley because they just started doing audiobooks. This is not sponsored, just sharing. And it couldn't have come at a better time because I had one of those days at work where like I didn't really have to think a lot about what I was doing. I just got to just, you know, get in the flow, troubleshoot some things, and it was just kind of like, I won't say mindless work, but like I didn't have to like sit in silence to get my job done. So I got to play a lot of the audiobook today. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go hop in the shower because I just walked outside for a little bit, and I live in Texas, so that means I started sweating because I was outside for more than 3 seconds. So gonna hop in the shower, freshen up, and then I think I'm gonna bring you guys along to do the 4th challenge, I think it was, of the 7, was where you have to touch a book. And the first book you touch is what you have to add on your TBR. And I think that might be a good palate cleanser between the Switch and my next plan was Wuthering Heights. And I have been wanting to read some classics, but I'm just like not in that mindset right now. And I have some thrillers that are sitting there that I want to read, so I think I'm gonna make a short stack, and then whatever I touch out of that stack, it's gonna be my next book. Hi, okay, so I'm back, fresh to shower, and with a stack of mostly romance / contemporary books, because after the ending of The Switch by Beth O'Leary, I decided I need some light romance. So, without further ado, I'm gonna close my eyes, and the first book I touch is the one we have to read. So, here goes nothing. Okay. Ooh, this is Summer House with Swimming Pool by Herman Koch. He wrote The Dinner, which had very polarizing reviews. I really enjoyed it, and I saw 2 of his other books at Half Price Books earlier this year, and I picked them both up, thinking that like I would read them during like a readathon weekend or something. And then the last couple of readathons I've had have been, or that I participated in, have been themed, and they just didn't fit that theme. So this is the perfect time to read it. So even though it's kind of on the thicker side, I think it's over 400 pages. Just shy of 400 pages. But his books are often very conversational, like literally it's just a lot of dialogue, and so a lot of times you get through pages a lot faster because you're not reading heavy descriptive things. So I'm excited to do that. So I'll check in with y'all later.
Reynolds, who was a catalyst in that 7th inning that scored the 5th run to tie it up off that RBI ground out from Bailey Klingler.
Frankie, what are you doing?